Beneath the towering Gothic spires of Westminster Abbey, the air hummed with tension. An unseasonably cold breeze swept through the narrow tunnels beneath the Abbey's foundation, carrying with it the scent of damp stone and ancient soil. Dr. Evelyn Harrington, a renowned archaeologist, stood at the edge of a vast, newly uncovered chamber. Her flashlight beam pierced the thick darkness, revealing walls adorned with strange, geometric carvings unlike anything documented in British history. Dr. Harrington called her assistant, Peter, his voice echoing eerily in the cavernous space. "We're ready to lower the equipment," Evelyn nodded, her thoughts racing. This wasn't an ordinary archaeological find. The chamber's discovery came after months of unexplained electrical anomalies in the Abbey, sparking curiosity and a government-mandated dig. But the symbols etched into the stonework hinted at something older than Westminster itself, something predating even the Roman occupation of Britain. As the lights were powered on, the chamber's details became clearer. At its center stood an altar-like structure, its surface polished to a mirror-like finish. Above it, suspended in the air as if defying gravity, was a glowing crystal sphere emitting a faint, pulsating light. This isn't possible," Evelyn murmured, stepping closer to the sphere. The air around it shimmered, distorting her reflection like ripples on water. Peter joined her, his expression a mix of awe and fear. "This doesn't look like anything human-made, does it?" he said, running his fingers over one of the carvings. It depicted constellations, though none matched Earth's known star maps. "No," Evelyn replied, her voice barely a whisper. This could change everything." Suddenly, a low hum began to emanate from the sphere, growing louder with each passing second. The lights flickered, casting long, dancing shadows on the chamber walls. Evelyn's team froze, their breaths visible in the rapidly cooling air. The hum crescendoed into a high-pitched tone before abruptly ceasing, leaving an unsettling silence. Then, as if responding to their presence, the sphere projected a beam of light onto the altar. A holographic map of the stars materialized, its constellations rotating slowly in 3 dimensions. Peter gasped, "Are we looking at a star map?" Evelyn's hands trembled as she traced one of the patterns in the air. "These alignments, they don't belong to our galaxy. This map is ancient, but the stars it shows are alien." As they studied the map, Evelyn noticed that the carvings on the walls began to glow faintly, as if reacting to the projection. She directed her flashlight toward one particularly intricate design, a circular pattern surrounding a central eye-like symbol. "I've seen something like this before," she said. "It's similar to carvings found in Mesopotamian ruins. But it's not identical. This isn't just art, it's a message." She pulled out her notebook, sketching furiously while Peter recorded the scene. Meanwhile, the rest of the team worked on translating fragments of what looked like an ancient script near the base of the altar. "It's not Latin or Greek," one of the linguists muttered. "This language, it's unrecognizable, but it's structured, like mathematics." Peter frowned. "Math isn't just human, it's universal." This could mean someone or something wanted to leave a message for anyone who could decode it. As Evelyn reached out to touch the altar, the temperature plummeted further. Her hand grazed its cold surface, and the room erupted with light. Symbols lit up across the walls, and the star map began to shift. The team scrambled back as the sphere emitted a series of pulsating sounds like a rhythm, almost musical. The ground beneath their feet trembled. Evelyn stared at the shifting constellations, realizing they weren't just decorative. They were coordinates. "Doctor," Peter yelled, pointing to the far wall. A section of the chamber's stonework began to crack and crumble, revealing a hidden passageway. Beyond it, faint blue light beckoned. "We need to see what's in there," Evelyn said, her curiosity overriding her fear. The team cautiously entered the passage, their footsteps echoing in the narrow corridor. The blue light grew brighter, illuminating another chamber smaller, but even more alien in its design. At its center stood a pedestal holding a second sphere, smaller than the first but glowing with an intensity that seemed alive. Surrounding it were several humanoid figures, stone statues with elongated limbs and featureless faces. Evelyn approached the pedestal, her heart pounding. "These aren't statues," she realized. "They're something else." Before anyone could respond, the smaller sphere began to pulse in sync with the larger one in the main chamber. The air grew heavy, charged with static electricity. Then, one of the statues moved. The team screamed, stumbling backward. The being's stone-like exterior cracked, revealing a sleek, metallic form beneath. Its eyes glowed faintly as it turned to face them, Adeline stood frozen, unable to look away. The being raised a hand not in aggression, but as if in greeting. Then, in a voice that seemed to resonate directly in their minds, it spoke. "You have found the gateway." The being gestured to the smaller sphere, which began to project a series of scenes of Earth from millennia ago. Evelyn and her team watched in stunned silence as the holograms revealed advanced cities, spacecraft, and beings similar to the one before them. "They were here," Evelyn whispered. The being's voice echoed again. "We came to guide, but your kind was not ready. The gateway was sealed to protect your world, and ours." Evelyn's mind raced. "The star map, is it a way to find you again?" The beings glowed dim slightly. "It is a warning. The coordinates lead to places of great power and great danger. What you unlock, you must be prepared to face." The chamber began to quake, the walls cracking as the being stepped back. "You must leave. This place will seal once more. Protect the knowledge, or risk the consequences." The team bolted, racing back through the tunnels as the chambers behind them collapsed. The glowing sphere in the main chamber shattered, sending shards of light scattering like fireworks. By the time they emerged into the cold night air, Westminster Abbey stood as silent and serene as ever. As if nothing had happened, Evelyn clutched her notebook, the sketches and notes, they now priceless. She looked back at the Abbey, her mind spinning with the implications of what they had discovered. "The world isn't ready," she murmured, echoing the being's words. "But one day, it will be." Beneath the historic streets of London lies a secret that could redefine humanity's understanding of its place in the cosmos. The gateway may be sealed, but its discovery is a reminder that history and the unknown are deeply intertwined. The question remains, what will happen when we're ready to open the door again?